So this is going to be my tier list, or basically my predictions about the NFL season. And as you see here on the left, we're going to have the wins. So who I think is going to be 0-4, have 0-4 wins, 5-8 wins, 9-12, and 13-15 wins. So starting off, we have Who Dey Nation, the Cincinnati Bengals right here. This is my favorite team. And even though this is my favorite team, I'm going to be completely unbiased with this. And I personally think, if healthy, honestly, we were 8-8 or 8-9, and we lost our quarterback pretty in the middle of the season. I think we have about 11 wins. I feel like our division is going to be insane. And if we can top that division, if we can sweep a series with the Browns, the Ravens, and or the Steelers, we'll be in a really good mark. So I really think we'll be 9-12. I think Joe Burrow's gonna be great. I really think this is probably gonna be the last year with that tandem of Burrow, Higgins, and Jamar Chase. Unfortunately, because we're just not gonna be able to pay everybody. And so with that tandem being there, I think they know and they need to get the job done. So I personally think it's gonna be 9-12. The New England Patriots are next. I'm not gonna lie, the Patriots got a new coach. Who did they draft? Who was the quarterback they draft? Did they draft Jaden Daniels? No, he's in Washington. Who did they draft? I personally don't like them. I think their offense is shitty. I think they have a decent defense, but I think their offense is so shitty. And I think they just won't do well again in the conference. Like, I think about your division, your conference play. I mean, I'm going 0-4. I see them 4 wins. I can see 5 wins max, but I'm gonna go 0-4. I just don't like this team. I don't like their quarterback situation either. That's me personally. Next up, we got the New Orleans Saints. I think this will be a 5-8 win team. I think who they got, Derek Carr in the back, Kamara. I mean, their offense is good. I just don't know if they still can put it together. And the thing about their division is, in the NFC South, you can still make the playoffs with 8 wins. And so I think they'll be at that. I bet they'll be at that 5-8 mark. They'll probably get 7 wins on the year. They won't be anybody crazy. All right. So now we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, personally, I think they could be a 9-win team. But I think they're gonna be a 9-win team when they start Justin Fields. I don't know why people don't like Justin Fields. Maybe I'm an Ohio State bias, but I just don't like how people don't like Justin Fields. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's a fucking incredible player. So I'm going to give them 7-8 wins. I think they'll be the 3rd best team in the division of the AFC North. I think the Bengals and us will top it, and I think they'll be right there. And I think the Browns have the best defense, but it's gonna be a dogfight, bro. So I think if Justin Fields started, they'll be a 9-win team. But if he doesn't, I have them here. The San Francisco 49ers, I got them I think they were 13-3 last year. I can see them getting another 13. No, I see them at 12. I do see them around like 12 to 13 wins this year. They reloaded. I mean, they didn't really reload. They just have everybody back. There is a problem. I think Brandon Ayuk isn't playing. I think Brandon Ayuk is not going to be playing this year. Or not playing this year, but I think he's holding out. Did he sign? Or is it Trent Williams? He got paid. So what about Trent Williams? If Trent Williams didn't get paid, that's going to be a fucking problem. Trent Williams not getting paid or him holding out is going to be a problem. I still think they're going to be more talented than everybody. I think they definitely win the NFC West. I think the Rams will be better this year, so I think the Rams will give them a little bit of a run, but not really. I do see another 11-12 win season for them, and probably being the number 1 seed or the 2nd seed in the NFC. So I got them at 9-12, really at the 12 side. The Arizona Cardinals. Shout out to K1, Marvin Harris Jr. Fuck with that. Their offensive line is getting built. They had the number 1 draft. They had the O lineman from Ohio State, Paris Johnson. I think their defense is getting a bit better as well. I see them getting about 6 to 7 wins this year. I don't know how many games they'll win in the division, but I do see the Cardinals with about a 6 to 7 win season. And they will be still fighting. They won't really fight for playoff contention, but I think they'll still be decent enough, and they have a future to look forward to. So I got them about like the 5-7 round. The Atlanta Falcons is really weird because I can see them winning like 8 games, but I can see them winning like 9 or 10 as well. I think Kirk Cousins is like he is the regular season GOAT, but not the GOAT, but he's really good in the regular season. Can he push that playoff? Can he have that playoff push this year? I don't know. And I think he's going to get Kyle Pitts the ball more. I think Kyle Pitts is going to show off. I think wasn't Bijan getting limited touches last year? I think that changes. I think their defense is a lot better. So I really could see them getting 9, but I'm going to have them at the 8 spot. Baltimore Ravens, they're going to be 11-12 wins. They may even get 13 with the roster they have. I just think if the AFC North if it wasn't such a fucking gauntlet this year, they can be in 13 wins. But the Baltimore Ravens I think they could be the number 1 team in the AFC. They have Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson in the backfield, and I don't even know how that's even possible. Their O-line is still pretty good. Their receivers are gotten better. Zay Flowers, I really fuck with Zay Flowers. Their defense is good. They did lose Roquan Queen. Where's Queen at? Tennessee? Losing Queen, it will hurt them, but I just see them about like the 11-12 mark, and I think they'll be number 1 in the division in the AFC North. Patrick Queen, thank you. Oh, he's a Steeler. Oh. There's just no way 3 teams are going to have 9 to 10 wins, though. We all play each other too much. The Buffalo Bills. I see the Bills winning like 7 games this year. I am not a believer in the Bills. I'm going to be honest. Stephon Diggs is gone. I just think that's really bad. Their running game is decent. This is the thing. They don't run the ball. In my personal opinion, they don't run the ball at all. So with them not running the ball and Singletary being in the backfield, and Singletary is cold, they don't run the fucking ball. And I don't think their defense is that good anymore. I just don't see them winning 10 games. I see them winning 7 or 8. And I think the Jets are going to win that division. I think they'll be 2nd or 3rd. And I don't think they're better. They're not better than the Jets, and they're not better than the Dolphins. So I got them about the 7 to 8 mark. Oh, who's a running back? Oh, it's James Cook. My fault. James Cook is cold, and they don't run the ball. I don't fuck with that. I just don't believe in it. Do I have that much faith in A-Rod? I have that much faith in their defense. And they had 8 wins without a quarterback. 9 wins without a quarterback. And they were in playoff contention without a quarterback. Just get a quarterback. Yeah. Carolina Panthers, 4 wins, maybe 3. Bryce Young is going to get cooked for another year. Who did they draft? Who would see them winning 4 games? I don't see them just as good as the Patriots. I got about 4 games for them. So that's me. The Chicago Bears, my boy Caleb Williams. I do see them winning about 9 games because their offense is already loaded. And I know Caleb Williams is his first year. He's a rookie. But you going in with Keenan Allen. You got DJ Moore. Who's their running back? They got a cold running back. And I think their defense is still decent. Their O-line has gotten better as well. They got Swift. 11 games. I see 10 to 11 games. I see a playoff berth for the Chicago Bears, and I do see them. They won't be the best team in the division. I think the Lions will be, but I see about 9 to 10 games there. I see it now. What do you mean, huh? They already have a really good offense. Another AFC North member, the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns will have about 8 or 9 wins. See, like, this is the thing. These 3 guys will all have 8 or 9 wins. But it's like not all 3 will have 8 or 9 wins, but like they'll have outer conference play, right? Because how many division games do we play? I think we play what? How many? Let me count the division games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We play 6 division games. So you can potentially go 6-0. And then 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out of division games. So I can still see these guys all winning. Out of those 11 games, I can see the Bengals going 8-3 outside of the division. Did I do right math? So, like, I can see them winning 7-8 games. All right, I can see us beating New England 1-0. We're beating the Chiefs. Fuck them. 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 4-1, 5-1. Let's say 6-2. Let's say 7-3, 8-3, 9-3, 10. We already had 10 wins right there, right? Like, that could be the same thing for the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Ravens. So, like, these guys can all get at least 8 to 9 wins this year. We're beating the Chiefs. I'll put money on it. We're beating the Chiefs. I'll take any bets that the Bengals beating the Chiefs and Arrowhead. I'll put any money on that shit. We beating them niggas, bro. I don't care. So, okay, I also want to change this because playing 6 division games is a lot. So how many games can you lose to have 13 wins? 5? Is my math right? You can have 5 losses for at least 13 wins, right? Is my math right? You can have 4 losses. Okay, so I want to fix this. I don't see San Fran losing more than 4 games. I personally don't think I see San Fran losing more than 4 games. So I see about 13 wins here. I personally see that. The Ravens, I'm on edge with to put them there. I don't think it's really much of an AFC North bias. It's just like you don't understand how good these teams are. Like the Browns is the best defensive team. Like they're the best defensive team. Yo, why is there shield mode on? Can we take that off? What the fuck is that? So yeah, the Dallas Cow. All right, we'll move on. So we're on the Dallas Cowboys. 8 wins. I don't really know what they're doing down there. Oh, we're getting spammed. Okay. I don't know what we're really doing down here in Dallas. This shit looks like a mess. I see 8 wins, 9 wins max. I just don't see really what much is going to be out of there, so I don't think I'll have a great year. The Denver Broncos. Oh my God. To be honest, maybe 5 to 6 wins max. I think there's not much. 3 wins. To be honest, I may even agree with that one. Who is their quarterback? Let me see your depth chart real quick. I just want to see your depth chart. Bo Nix. You got Sutton. Yeah, this team is just not really. Yeah, I don't see a lot of wins coming from. Yeah, let's go 3 wins. I would agree with you on that. The Detroit Lions. I think the Detroit Lions will be another top team in the AFC and the NFC. I can see about 12 to 13 wins from them. I think they reloaded. I think their defense is still just as good. They have one of the best defenses. Their offense is insane. Jared Goff did this thing. And I honestly don't think the Lions have a super hard schedule, personally, this year. They play the Rams, Tampa Bay, Arizona, and Seattle the first 4 games. That's 4-0. They played Dallas. They could lose that game. Minnesota, that's a divisional game, but I still see them winning it. Let's say that's 7 wins right there. I just don't see them losing a lot of these games. This schedule is really not that hard. You know, they have a tough test against San Fran at the end of the year. Minnesota's always gonna be a good game, and Dallas could be a good game, and Green Bay. Houston will be a good game too, but I can see them getting about 13 wins this year. I really could. The Tennessee Titans. Who is their quarterback? Is it still Ryan Tannehill? Is that still Tannehill? No, it's Will Levis. Oh, it's Will. I don't think this Mayo boy gonna do shit. I don't think they're gonna do anything. Tony Pollard will help. Calvin Ridley will help, and D Hop will help. And they got Tyler Boyd. Actually, they have a pretty solid receiving core and a fucking good ass running back. I think they have a good offer. You know what? I could see 7 wins. I can see 7 wins with them. Not even because of quarterback play, but because of all those other. Tony Pollard's a dog. The receivers are dogs. They got a good receiving core, or they have a good defensive back end. So I can see about 7 games. I can see the Green Bay Packers. I like Jordan Love, man. I like Jordan Love. I really do like Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love can get about 9 to 10 wins. I think that kid is pretty good. I think they had a coming out party last year. They did pretty well. They whipped the Cowboys' ass in the playoffs. So I think I can see about 10 wins here. Now, this is my Ohio State bias, but also the Houston Texans. They give me about 11 wins with these guys. The Houston Texans. Houston will be one of the best teams. They got one of the best offenses. Okay. Houston is cold. I like what they got going down in H-Town, baby. CJ Stroud's a winner. They are a winner. And so I see Houston getting about 11 wins this year, maybe 12. They're definitely going to take over the AFC South. So I think they don't even lose. I don't think they drop a division game. I don't see them dropping a division game. So that's already 6 wins right there. So then we just got a few out of conference. They're going to have about 10. They're going to have about 10. They're going to have about 11 wins. You feel me? And I think this team will be really good. And CJ Stroud is going to be fire. The Colts, 7 wins for the Colts. Anthony Richardson. I don't think a lot of people like him. I don't really watch. I haven't really got to see Anthony Richardson. But I think a lot of people don't like him. They don't really believe in him. Jonathan Taylor will help out as well. Their defense is pretty decent, but I think I got about 7. That's about 7 wins for them. The Jaguars, how much longer? When is Trevor Lawrence going to emerge? I see about 8 to 7 wins here. Evan Ingram and him were really good together. They also do have, I forgot who the receiver is. Do they have a cold receiver? But I don't know. Jacksonville, I don't know. When's Trevor Lawrence going to be the great white hope that he was supposed to be? I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm like, when? The Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs, honestly, have a lot of battle-tested out-of-conference games. They play the Bengals. They play the Texans. I think they also play Baltimore. They play Baltimore and Cincinnati at home. Yeah, they play Baltimore in 3 days, which is crazy. Then Cincinnati. Then they play San Fran, and then they play the Texans, and then Pittsburgh. So they got some tough games. Everything else is wins. Their division fucking sucks. Like, the AFC West gives them no comp. The AFC West is the worst division besides the NFC South. And the only reason the NFC South is the worst because they don't have the Chiefs, who are really good. They have a terrible conference. Their division is horrible. So I see another 12 to 13 wins. I don't think they're gonna they'll lose one of these games. I don't think that. I mean, they may win both. Who knows? But I see about 12, 13 wins. First round bye. What do you think? First round bye is like 13 wins. Well, I think either the Chiefs or the Ravens are going to be the best team in the AFC North or the AFC. So who would that be? Do I see them getting 13 wins? Yes. I do also see them getting 13 wins. I do. Honestly, I want to put these both here. Personally, the Los Angeles Rams, believe it or not, I can see like 9 wins coming from LA. I personally can. I don't know how well they'll do against San Fran, but I think they're better than the Cardinals and they're better than the Seahawks. I think their offense is loaded with Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp being back healthy. Their running back situation is mid, but Matthew Stafford's still good, and their defense is going to be decent, but it's going to be who on the defensive end is going to make up for Aaron Donald being gone. Who is going to make up for them being gone? So, in my personal opinion, I see like 10 wins. Our wins mid? No. Next, 13 and 15. The Los Angeles Chargers. These niggas are going to be mid. 8-9 wins for the... I'll give them 9 wins. If you stay healthy, I'll give you guys 9 wins for the Chargers. They will be the second best team in the AFC West. They will not... I hope they give Kansas City a run for their money. I just don't see it. But, yeah. About 9 wins. 15-0 Super Bowl champs. Listen, don't get your hopes up, because Charger fans, you guys are going into delusion phases of the Cowboys. You don't have good luck, and you all are delulu that every year is going to be your year. And you guys are starting to look like Cowboy fans, and it's really bad, and it's getting really sad. You know, missing kicks, losing to the Raiders every year because somehow you can't beat them niggas, and they fucking suck. You know what I mean? Like, it's getting bad. We're just, you know, Jay, you basing Texans off one year that bad? What do you mean? So, yeah, I give you 9 wins max. Really 8. Honestly, I really see 8 or 7. I also just don't trust y'all gonna be healthy, and I'm not wishing no bad health on anybody, but I just don't see y'all being healthy. Miami Dolphins, 11-win team. Probably gonna be one of the best offenses in the league. Tyreek Hill's a fucking demon. Who's the other receiver? He cold. Tua's cold. I see about 10-11 wins here for them. The Minnesota Vikings, because it's cold like Minnesota. Yeah. The New York Giants, 3 wins, 4 wins. They suck. They didn't pay Saquon. And Daniel Jones, we trust. Ha! Their ass. I'd be surprised to get 5 wins. I maybe see them winning 1 game in the division. Probably not. The Commanders will probably still whoop them, and they're better than them. They are the worst team in the NFC South, or NFC East, excuse me. And I don't see a lot going there. I got about 4 wins max, maybe 3. New York Jets. Jets football. I got 11 wins, 10 wins here. The Jets are going to be a very good team. I know Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles. We act like we don't live in a fucking age today where niggas get their Achilles torn and they're back in 6 months, where it used to be an ending career. I think he'll be fine. I think it's also going to help because Breach Hall will be back there taking the load off. Garrett Wilson's a fucking demon. They also have another really good receiver. And then I will not stop raving enough about the Jets defense. They are demons back there. They have Mike Williams. They have Garrett Wilson. Tyler Colin is pretty good too. And their offensive line is pretty decent. And then, of course, their defense, Quentin Williams, Jermaine Johnson. We all know CJ Mosley, Sauce Gardner. You know, this is going to be a really good team. So I got about 11 wins here for the Jets. Raider football. You can sit next to your fucking rival of the Minnesota of the Chargers. 6 wins. I don't really see a lot coming from the Raiders. Mid-ball. Devontae Adams is a fucking demon. I don't even know who your quarterback is. Who's your quarterback? Gardner Minshew. You know what? Gardner Minshew did not have a bad year last year. I think he's a better backup than a starter. But Gardner Minshew did not have a bad year last year in Indiana. But, you know, their running game's Amir White. I mean, maybe he'll do well. I really don't know much about the kid. You know, Devontae Adams is still cold. Their defense is decent, but I just don't see a lot coming from the Raiders. Give me 6 wins. Next up, we have the Seattle Seahawks. 7 wins. Geno Smith is still there, if I'm not mistaken. DK Metcalf is a demon. And Jigba is good. And I do like Seattle's defense, personally. I think Seattle has a pretty decent defense. Is it still Geno? Yeah, he's still back there. So, they got Tyler Lockett this year? Or have they always had Lockett? I think they always had Lockett. I'm bugging. Yeah, I see about 7-8 wins coming from here. I see them being like the 3rd best team in the division of the NFC West. Yeah, Devontae got a dip. He got to go. So yeah, I see about 7-8 wins here. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield. He can get you about 8 wins, man. I think you get about 8 wins again. I like Mike Evans. I've always been a fan of Mike Evans. I think that's a good ass tandem right there. He's such a consistent receiver and he's durable. I think their defense is decent. Rashad White, is that what his name is? He's really good too. I fuck with that. So yeah. Philadelphia Eagles, I think they get their shit together. I think once again, they are an 11-win team. I think they will be the best team in the division. I see the Eagles getting about 11-12 wins. I don't see them on the top half with the 13, but I do see them as one of the best with about 11-12 wins. And then last but not least, the Washington Commanders. I think Jaden Daniels is going to be pretty good. I don't see 9 wins, but I do see a 7 or 8 win season. So I think the Commanders are going to be pretty good. Let me move with some of this aside. I think you're going to be on the top. I think they're going to be on the top of the win column. I think the Rams will be on top of the win column. I think the Dolphins will be on top of the win column. And I think the Jets will be on top of the win column here. I don't want to fix anything personally. I don't got nothing to fix here. This is my prediction on the win-loss. Y'all can glaze me if y'all want, but this is my predictions on the NFL season. The only thing I may not like is I may not like Detroit. Actually, I'm going to put Detroit here. I think they'll beat 12 games, 12, 11 games, but I think everything else here, I don't know. Baltimore, I probably am glazing a bit. I think they're going to have a gauntlet in the division, but I still think, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I don't see the Ravens winning 12. I see them winning 11-12, bro. I think a lot of these guys on the back end are going to get 10 wins.